And these guys here, they take care of their shit. They're riding them, and if there's any issues, they fucking address them.
And let's face it, builders know the little things that are wrong with the bikes. Because it's always going to be something. If you have a bike and they're a custom, there's a little problem. You're going to be like, okay, put it in the show, and hopefully a judge doesn't see it.
And you got your guys like, hey man, this bike's built, man. Why didn't you give me no performance, shit for this and that, on the. Dude, you got the short push rod tubes. You got no adjustable push rods. You didn't put no cams in your shit. Your bike's bone fucking stock. You threw a couple derby covers on it. You're a liar. That might be some of the shit. So you guys don't think you're getting over on me with that shit either.
I've never seen somebody turn into an asshole.
You're not getting over on me with that shit.
Listen, I know. The minute I give this kid judging forms, he turns into an asshole. But you know what he's supposed to be? He's supposed to look for problems.
Man. You want to bring an asshole with you to look at a car, a bike when you're going to buy it? You don't want somebody to come with you like, oh, it's cool, man, lying to you, not serious, and you end up buying a piece of shit. You wish you would have brought me, the asshole, with you. I tell you, don't buy this heap of shit. It's a fucked up car. This bike's a piece of shit, but that's what I'm here for. You bring the asshole in, and I'll tell you all the stuff.
I told you to come out of a show, people.
It's constructive criticism. It's like, hey, man, it's a great fucking bike. Do this and that, and you could grab an extra couple points,
So what's funny is when we shoot this normally, he's just about getting up, and he's a little calm. Out here, we just had an argument between us. He's usually hungover after.
It's my only day off.
Yep. So it's his day off, but now I said he'll be amped up for Bike Week. Trust me. We'll get him going. He was already fixing something this morning. I was already pushing in his buttons. So him and I were arguing right before we started.
Right here.
I love it. I bet it's like just you two.
Same shit.
You two the same way. Can't stand each other for 5 minutes. Next thing you know, you're drinking a beer together.
It's all cool. But here's what's funny. We build customers' bikes. Other customers, getting their bikes built by other builders. Shit goes wrong.
It goes wrong.
And they look at us, say, you fucked up my bike. Wait a minute, we didn't even touch that. Like, look at, for instance, I was telling you before, Sunday night, we're riding down at Main Street. My set screws come loose on my grip. So I'm fucking riding my grip like a throttle. I'm like, holy shit, but this shit happens.
It happens.
Like Jeremy said, shit loosens up, it rattles around. It is what it is.
You're riding it.
Now, we want to talk about some of the shows we got coming up. You guys are doing them all. The big one we got, there's some great shows. We're super excited about the two on Thursday, the Boardwalk. I'm going to talk about it for a second. The Boardwalk Bike Show, we're going for 200 bikes in the show this year. This is the largest bike show, largest bike event in the world, they say. We're going for the largest ride-in bike show in the world and having 200 plus motorcycles in our Boardwalk Bike Show. So if you guys are watching this and it's Thursday or Friday, come out, put your bikes in the show. This is what we're trying to hit. Be part of history to a show that has over 200 bikes. You ever seen a show that has more than 200 bikes?
Nope.
Or even close?
It's a lot of bikes.
It's a lot of motorcycles. And I'm going to put this man to work. He's going to hate me come Friday night, because
that's what I'm here for,
judging
man.
200 bikes, it's not easy.
No, it's not.
After a while, you're starting to put the same numbers down. You're looking at the same shit. But it's 200 different bikes. What I love about our show is you'll have an antique next to a Sportster, next to a chopper, next to a big wheel, next to a sport bike, and he's going down, and every time he starts looking at another bike, it's another mentality. If you're judging a Sportster, the next thing you know, you're judging a metric sport bike. Holy shit, two different worlds.
There's some cool bikes. Let me tell you something. We appreciate everybody's bikes out there. It doesn't matter what they look like, but the creativity that goes in them, it's amazing.
The old school hating of the metric bikes
Bring your bikes
totally
to that
gone.
show. Stock, mild, custom, whatever you got. You got some pipes on it. Bring your bikes out. You get a chance to get shot in a digital magazine. You get to put online. They're going to be doing a little small snippet interview. It's going to be stretched for the next couple years all over the fucking internet, man. So bring your shit in. If you're going to go and pay to park or get caught somewhere down the road with your shit and have to walk, you might as well come pay, park it, hang out with everybody, look at some good bikes, some jams, good people. There's food on the boardwalk.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of shit,
food,
man.
beer.
So bring your bikes down, get it on the boardwalk, get it in the magazine,
so
get seen, shit.
What he's saying is every bike that enters is going to go right next to John. John's going to be there filming. So we're going to do about a minute on every bike. It's just a once over, twice over on a bike, and the person's going to talk about it for a second. And we're going to cut those into 15, 20, 30-second clips. And we're going to put those on Instagram, TikToks, but everybody gets a free little snippet of them and their bike. How cool is that? Who else offers that? We're going to give a free t-shirt to the 50. I said 50, 100, 150, and 200. Those entries are all going to get a free t-shirt as well. So if you're one of the the top, 50th person, the 100th person enter, 150 and the 200th person enter all get free T-shirts.
If you got a class, there's a bike for you in that show. So come on down. There's crazy. There's mild. There's metric. There's sport. So bring your bikes down because it's a crazy ass show. I'm usually working, so I never get to do it. We're actually going to do it this year, so I'm excited for it.
So what else have you guys seen about Bike Week this year so far? Let's talk about the overall. You were here the first weekend, which I have to say was the busiest first weekend I've ever seen.
Yeah, so it was busy. The weather scared everybody, and I've always said since I've lived in Florida, you never listen to that. I've had a bunch of people that weren't coming because of it. Today was supposed to be the worst day. It's probably the nicest day. So the weather, you cannot predict or not come because it's Florida. So if you're coming from another state and you didn't come, never listen to that. Just try to take the chance. It's still a vacation. Take the chance and come on down. But it's been busy every place we've been. Again at night because it's foggy and cold. It's slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, that
but it's
sea
been a
fog
great turnout.
was crazy. So two things that if you come this year, you experience that you don't get to see often. Number one, did you guys watch the rocket go up?
No, we missed it.
Oh, it was awesome. We watched the rocket go up. We were on Main Street. We were down at the Rue. They were playing music, and then all of a sudden, Charlie hits me up and says, "Hey, in about 2 minutes, the rocket's going up." I start looking around. There's this huge orange glow. We're only, an hour and a half away from Space Coast?
Right.
So you could see that thing. I mean, it had a tail
That's awesome.
going up. It was badass.
We saw that in Biketoberfest. By chance, somebody told us it was happening.
And then that sea
Satellite.
fog yesterday,
Crazy.
over on this side was hot, 80, almost 70, 80 degrees. When you went over the bridge, over to the other side, when A1A
That
was,
chill you got right away.
it was like a fog,
fog.
like the movies, It was crazy. You went over, temperature dropped 15 degrees. It was my glasses kept getting wet. It's all this salty, hard to breathe in sea fog. It was crazy.
And if
It's like when you're looking down the road, when you're on the beach, it just looks like sand coming everywhere. It's
Right.
crazy.
Oh, and you know it's eating away at your
And
paint
the good thing
everything.
about
That's
Florida
horrible.
is if it even does rain, you give it about 45 minutes, an hour. There ain't a puddle in sight. You're out. You can ride another 5-6 hours. No matter what, man. Get your shit, get it down here, and have a good time in Daytona. It's nice.
Oh, you know what's
Dry,
cool? Just
clean.
I don't know if it's a plug, but
Yeah, plug
dude,
it
if you
away.
guys are here, you got to go see Hairball. They are the most amazing frigging band anywhere.
They were at Broken Spoke, I think,
They're
right?
Broken Spoke. We
Yep.
went there twice already. We saw them the first time in Sturgis.
They're
Amazing.
great.
Good jamming.
Amazing.
I'm not a band guy, and they are insane because you're seeing all the music from when we were kids, 3 songs of each one, and they put on a
They
great
change
show.
an outfit every time.
Yeah,
in Jersey.
it's amazing.
So
It's
they change
amazing.
outfits. They change the genre. They're probably one of the better
They
bands.
have like 5
Super
different
expensive. I've
singers.
tried to book them a million times.
We were
Every time
thinking
I call
about that
them-
for the
Every time I
anniversary
call
party.
them, they're up there in price. They're not cheap. Don't get
I'm
me
sure,
wrong.
but they're amazing.
They bring all their own shit. They're a great band to get.
Oh, and just while you're hanging out at the Grandview show that they have Thursday night, so you're hanging out and not bored. If you don't want to go in the strip joint, you got to get the grilled oysters at the Oyster Pub down the road. They're amazing. That's what we
Oyster,
always
I
do to
love
kill
that.
time. They're amazing.